Manchester City are Premier League champions. How's it going, football fans around the world? And welcome back to my channel. This team right here, this fucking team. Oh man, I love this fucking team. I love this fucking team. And mid-match, I was saying the opposite. I wasn't saying I hate them, but I was just like, this team is embarrassing me right now. This is such an embarrassment. But we've turned it around to win Premier League back to back. 4 out of the last 5. What an accomplishment. I am so happy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Our prayers were answered, right? Oh my. This almost became one of the worst days of my life, honestly. I mean, I thought Real Madrid was bad, and it was, right? Because that's the trophy we all wanted. But to bottle the Premier League in the way we were about to would have been so embarrassing. But we didn't. We showed character. How's that for character, Evra, you melon? That's character right there. To come back 2-0 and to score 3 goals in 5 minutes, that's character right there. And I know we have our European struggles, right? I mean, we just can't seem to get it right when it comes to that. But when it comes to the Premier League, we are special. We are so special. I mean, we've created kind of another Aguero moment, right? I mean, it wasn't at the dying ends of the game. It wasn't to take it off our arch rival Manchester United. No, it was nothing like that. But to be down 2-0 in the mud, about to bottle the Premier League, and then to come back like that after we weren't doing nothing, right? The game, I didn't know how we were going to score. That's why I was so upset, and I was just like, wow. In my head, for the most of the game, I was like, wow, we really lost this. But Pep Guardiola, this is where we got to give a lot of credit to Pep Guardiola, because we typically criticize him because, when it comes to big moments for us, those big pressure moments, he tends to make weird decisions, weird formation, throws in weird substitution. He got every substitution perfect today. Threw on Zinni at halftime because Fernandinho was struggling. Watkins was cooking Fernandinho. He was just struggling, right? Having a really, really bad day. It happens. And also, I just don't think he's that great of a center back. I think as a center defensive mid, he's different gravy, but as a center back, he obviously has his limitations. So he takes him off, throws Joe Cancelo on the right side, and then later on, throws on Gundogan from Bernardo Silva, and then the questionable one that made me go like, oh, really? Was Sterling for Mahrez. But all 3 of them contributed to the game. Zinni got an assist. Raheem Sterling got an assist, and Gundogan got the 2 goals to win us the league. Pep got it spot on. All the credit for him. He's a genius, right? He obviously makes some weird choices, but today he got it absolutely correct. So tons of credit to him. Another person I want to give some credit to, or a lot of credit to, is Rodri. He has shown up in a lot of big games for us, right? I mean, stopping Fabinho for getting that open net goal. Scoring the winner versus Arsenal when we didn't really deserve it. And then scoring the goal to tie it up. A perfectly placed goal. He just passed it into a net. Such a Rodri goal, right? I mean, he has scored some spectacular goals this year. And then Gundogan, he did his thing. I was kind of starting to criticize Gundogan. I thought he just wasn't living up to the season he had last year. I thought he was becoming very unreliable for us, making wrong decisions. But after all that drama of, we're going to get rid of Gundogan, his manager getting mad at us, stuff like that, he comes on and scores 2 goals. Oh my God. I'm so happy. If this game, or if these last 2 games, or this game would have gone any other way, I don't think it would have been this special, right? Because if we come out here and we would have beat Aston, 4-0, I would have thought to myself, good, is what we should have done, right? The fact that we kept making it a little bit harder for ourselves, getting that tie versus West Ham, where Liverpool were only 1 point, and then taking it to the final day, I was getting really upset, but I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I don't think I would be this happy about winning the Prem if we wouldn't have made that comeback win. Because for us, for a little bit, it was like a given. Like, we should have won it. We were up 9 points. Like, of course we win this, right? Nope. Liverpool pushed us all the way. Aston Villa gave us a hell of a challenge, but we persevered. We pushed through, and we got that win. And it just feels so good because, and another thing, it just gives us something to celebrate, right? Because like I said, if we just would have won this Premier League easy, we would all just be thinking about the Champions League, right? Kind of like what PSG does almost every year. I mean, they win their league, but they blow out everybody. So it's basically like when they lose the Champions League, their season's over, right? And that's kind of how I felt for a little bit with Manchester City. But the fact that it kept getting closer and tighter, and Liverpool were just on this on fire. It made things interesting, and it gave us something to watch, and it gave us something to look forward to. To like, we need this win. Like it gives us something to feel good about, be proud about. I said before that I don't care. I do care. The Prem means a lot. It means a lot, and to continue to dominate, it's impressive, right? I mean, this team is special. I know we have our struggles in Europe, but when it comes to league, when it comes to domestic, when it comes to league and domestic tournaments, we are just different. We really are, and I'm proud of it. I really am. I wish we could, do something in Europe, but it's games like these that still give me hope that gives me hope that these guys can go out and win such a tournament, such as the Champions League, because these guys are special players. Okay, now that I've gone on and spoke about all the good, I gotta criticize a little bit. A couple things I want to criticize is we did end up going down 2-0. It's all good and fun that we came back, but if we wouldn't have had those moments, a little bit of luck going on our side, things would have been a lot different. I would have been very upset because in the first, half, even going into the second half of that match, I didn't feel like there was much heart. Like the intensity wasn't all the way there, right? Like it needed to be, like it was versus Real Madrid, like Bill Cancelo losing his mark versus Benzema, not even knowing where his mark was until it was too late. And the same thing happened versus Cash. I mean, I know it happens a lot. It's hard to be fully aware of, every single thing. But in a game like this, where you need to be absolutely on top of your game, no mistakes, and to win the Premier League, I just feel like there has to be more awareness and there has to be more intensity, right? Because when that ball came in, Joao Cancelo made like a last sort of stretch my neck effort, but it didn't seem like much. And it's just like, we've seen the exact same thing versus Real Madrid, and look how that ended up. And so when that goal came in, I was very upset. And then after, we just weren't creating anything at all. And for the most of the game, I just really didn't know how we were going to score. And then to see Coutinho get that ball, a nice ball from Watkins from another goal kick. The goal kicks were causing us a lot of problems this game. But to see that finish, it was like, damn, what is going on? Like we were literally this close for being the biggest bottle jobs in footballing history. I mean, definitely what I've seen in my life, but definitely be up there in history, right? I mean, I don't know all the stories, but I'm sure there's a few similar, but that definitely would have been on the up there in the top 5. I just couldn't be happier, right? But also want to give tons of credit to Liverpool. This team has pushed us to new limits. They've gotten 90 points themselves, and if this would have been in any other era, they would have 2 or 3 Premier Leagues themselves. But like I said, it just comes back to how special Manchester City is right now. But if I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't put your heads down. The fact that you guys have competed in every tournament, won 2 domestic trophies, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, pushed us to the final day of the Premier League, only missing out on 1 point. And then you're still have a Champions League final to play for. The team is special themselves, and they're making history. They are right there with us. Like I think, like Trent said, when it comes to the best teams in the world, it's just whoever you want to choose between Liverpool and Man City. I mean, that's how special I think these 2 teams are. I want to give Liverpool a lot of credit. You guys still have a lot to play for. That's a very winnable match for you guys. So good luck in the Champions League. Hopefully next year we'll be switching places. Maybe you guys can get the Prem and then we get the Champions. Who knows? But that's all I really had to say. I'm absolutely buzzing right now. But what would make me buzz a little more is if you guys can hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. A lot more content coming out soon. But also one more thing. How I really wish Manchester City would have made it into the Champions League final, because how dramatic would that final be? We had a very drama-filled day between Manchester City and Liverpool, with the Prem, and then how crazy would have been if we had to meet next week the Champions League final. And also, how motivating would that have been for Manchester City, to have that comeback win, to win the title. And then, I mean, it would have been great, but it didn't happen. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button too. And if you're really liking my content, hit that notification bell. I got a lot more content coming out soon. I got Champions League predictions coming up. And after that, we're just going to have some fun videos. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon.